Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Oh my god, it's been so long since I did a sit down video and I'm so excited to be back. I just wanted to say before I go into today's video, thank you to 500 subscribers. I'm so excited to be halfway through 1,000. Thank you to those who have been with me since I started YouTube and those who have joined me. Thank you also for the love on my last two videos, my birthday prep and inside my 21st party, and just following me through this the series of my birthday basically. So today is going to be the last part of my birthday series that I decided to do last minute. But in today's video, I just wanted to, let you guys know the process that went behind like planning, how I put together my party, my 21st birthday party, how I thought about it, like the idea, all the stuff that went into getting this party to come to life. So in today's video, we're just going to be talking about how I planned my 21st birthday party. Hope you guys enjoy this video, and yes, we'll get right into the deets. Okay, so the first thing I wanted to do is basically decide what kind of party I was going to have. I wanted something, really FYI, I actually had a party before when I came to Canada. I think I was 16. Was it my 16th? No, it was my 17th birthday party. And I always like the idea of having like a party with like friends, super intimate, where everyone just comes and, has fun and whatnot. So that was the last time I had a party. And then ever since then, I've just been kind of like having dinners and basically dinners. But I wanted so I usually plan my birthday months before anything even happens. I usually plan it like 2-3 months before, which is, my birthday is in February, so I plan it the year before the year of my birthday, if that makes sense. But yeah, I didn't, funny enough, I was thinking of what to do. My initial plan 3 months prior to my birthday month was just to have like a photo shoot and take some pictures, go to a different city, take some pictures and post them. Or funny story, I wanted to go to Paris, but obviously I'm in school, that's not gonna happen. That was what I planned 2 years ago. I was like, when I'm 21, I'm gonna go to Paris and just, do like a self vacay. But that didn't happen, obviously, because I'm in school, don't have the money. So I was just like, okay, I'm just gonna have something super intimate. I'm not gonna go all out. I'm just gonna have a photo shoot and post the pictures on my Instagram and whatnot. And so I think a month to my birthday, I was like thinking, oh, what should I do? Like, should I just stay home? Should I just go to a hotel, relax, do like stuff that I wouldn't do normally? And then I'm like, oh, I was talking to my auntie and I'm like, I thought of one thing, which is to go bowling, right? But I don't know, sorry, not bowling, roller skating. Yeah, to go roller skating. But I haven't gone roller skating before. But I was like, yeah, it's gonna be fun. I'll just invite like 30 people maximum and we'll just go have fun. They'll play like old school Nigerian music and we'll just have fun and just vibe and everything. But first of all, it was crazy expensive. I didn't know how to roller skate and my auntie kind of just talked me out of the idea. So I feel like this is turning into a story time, but that's not the plan. But my aunt, when I spoke to my aunt, she was like, oh, you don't know how to roller skate, you don't know if people know how to roller skate, so it might be dangerous because no one knows what they're doing, right? And so I was like, yeah, that's true, I don't know how to roller skate and like people don't know. And it's gonna be one thing to actually get my friends that live in the city. It's gonna be one thing to get my friends that live in the city to move just for my birthday, just for that weekend. I don't know how many people will be willing to do that, honestly. So yeah, she just kind of talked me out of that idea. And then I was like thinking, I'm like, oh, what should I do? And then a sleepover party just popped into my head. I'm like, yeah, I've never done that before. And like once I thought of that idea, I was like, oh yes, this is it. Because I was like, oh, everyone's gonna wear PJs, they're gonna wear pink PJs. because I just like to uniform like that. And yeah, it's gonna be fun, everyone will sleep over and whatnot. So that idea came to my mind. I'm like, this is perfect, this is actually going to be fun. And yeah, so once I thought about the idea of what I wanted to do, I started like doing my research and like how sleepover parties go, like what goes into it, what kind of snacks, what kind of food, what kind of theme do I want for my party. The first thing I did was just figure out like how many people I wanted there. So normally with my friend list and where I stay at the moment and like the city I stay is about maybe 5 people, right, that I would say are like my intimate close friends prior to now. But going to a new church and everything and like meeting new people, developing new friendships, my list became bigger, right? And so I had and I wanted it to be super intimate, like I said. So I didn't want to just like invite, like it's one thing to have friends, it's one thing to talk to people. And I didn't want to like just bring anyone to my party or like just invite everyone from like my school, like from my church. Not everyone obviously, but like people I talk to, right? And so I was like, okay, I want it to be super intimate. I'm gonna invite people that I like, people that I talk to, and I have like genuine conversations with. Sorry, I just got genuine conversations with. So I decided to make the list 20 people maximum. I feel like once you set goals for yourself when you're planning something, it's much better to, you know, figure out like how you want things to be, how many things you want to get and things like that. Because if you don't know how many people are coming, then it's gonna be difficult, like planning. It's gonna be difficult, like just putting stuff together. So one thing I recommend to do is get a journal. The first thing is to get a journal. So once you think about the idea, once you think about the theme, everything you want, write your ideas down, because if you're like me, you will forget if you do not write it down. So I got my my journal / diary / planner. Yes, oh my god, it's not a journal, it's a planner. Get a planner. First thing you want to do is get a planner, okay? Because if you're like me and you remember an idea, remember something, you want to write it down, otherwise you would forget. And so I just went to the back of my stuff, which I have all my party things in my planner. And so I wrote down, where's the the invite list? I swear I had it. Yeah, so I wrote down basically all the names of the people I wanted, and I had 20 people maximum that I had in mind for the party, like my friends, people I like, people I talk to and everything like that. I had 20 people maximum. I wrote their names down. So that's the first step, to write their names down. Now, writing people's names down, I'm looking at, okay, what space would be enough for us? What kind of environment would be comfortable for people? And so the next thing I started doing was looking for a location to have my sleepover party, because the plan was when people come after the party, there would be an opportunity for people to sleep over. Mind you, it was both genders at this party, so guys and girls were invited. So I also wanted it to be like a comfortable environment where we didn't all have to share a tight space, if I may say. And just like where people would be comfortable. So I was looking for that location, and luckily I found from one of my friends at church. He has a house, so his basement was like the perfect space, because I know I've been there before for a church gathering or something, and so his place was a perfect space for me. I liked how everything was just like neutral, like he had, you know, walls were just like the same color as the couch and matched the rug. Everything was just simple in like the color scheme. And so I was like, yeah, this is the kind of place I want, so that when I decorate it, it's not doing too much, you know. And so that space was enough for like 20 people. I decided to go and see the space in person again, just so I know that this is going to be comfortable. We're gonna have enough space to move around. Excuse me. I'm gonna have enough space to move around and just be free and have fun. So once I made my invite list, I found the location. The next thing I did was send out invitations. So I basically made a quick invitation with Lightroom. I think it was Lightroom I used. It was either Lightroom or PicsArt. Sorry, it was PixArt that I used to make an invitation, because I'm just like fancy like that. Like, I just like to create things. And so I'm like, yeah, let me create an invitation. And so I created an invitation really quickly. I think it took me like 5 minutes or less. And so I made that and I sent it out to all the 20 people. It didn't pass that number. I sent it out to all the 20 people that I wanted to be present. And so, like with the invitation, you would notice that I put at the bottom it says RSVP. Now, the major reason I put the RSVP was because the owner of the house I was using did not want his address to be public, right? If it was like an open space, I really wouldn't have put the RSVP, but well, maybe I would have, just so that people know, just to be sure people are coming. But the major reason I put that is, like, when people see the invitation, they confirm if they're gonna be there, and then once they confirm, I can send them the address, because I just didn't want to give out the address without people not even coming in, and then they would have the address. Not saying anybody is gonna do anything, but then you never know. And so, yeah, I put that on the invitation. I made the invitation, I sent it out, and then a couple people responded. Even though people didn't reply to my email, people texted me back, but it's all good. People responded and everything. And then once that was done, what was the second thing I started doing? And so I started planning the order of events. That was the second thing. Once I sent out the invitations, and then people got back to me, I ticked the names of those who got back to me and said, okay, they were sure. And I ticked the names of those who said they were unsure. So those who were sure, I just put like a right tick, or whatever you call it, like just a Nike tick sign. And then for those who are in charge, I just put like a little asterisk behind or beside their names, so I know, like, okay, this person, like if I'm getting food for 20 people, the 12 people that I ticked off, they're guaranteed food, but then I'm not going to stress about the people who aren't sure, if that makes sense. And so, yeah, I made like a thank you for RSVPing note, and I sent it out again just because I'm fancy. And then I started to plan my order of events for my birthday party, and I just kind of like incorporated everything that you see on a basic event list, just for organizational purposes. And then I put the prayer, the welcome, introduction. I created this on Word document. I wrote it down first in my planner, and then I created it on Word document. And then in my party, one thing I also wanted was a host for the event, because obviously I didn't want to be hosting it myself. I wanted to just like look at everyone and experience everyone else's joy and just watch them have fun by themselves. And so I just, wanted someone to host for me and just vibe and just let everything go according to how I planned. And so once I made up the order of events, I was like, I asked this person to host for me, and luckily she said yes, and I was happy. And so that was done. And then once I got that out of the way, so I sent the invitation, I got the location, I double checked the location, made up the order of events, then Then I started planning everything that was going to happen, everything I needed, and the amount of things I needed. On this side of my planner, I wrote things to buy for a sleepover. So this includes snacks, empty jars to put the snacks in, decorations, balloons, birthday sign, my birthday cake, and what else did I write? Yeah, so just basically the snacks, the takeaway packs that I had the idea of doing as well. And it was really a nostalgic feeling for me to do the takeaway packs, because that's what I used to do in primary school. Whenever it was like anyone's birthday, they would have like those takeaway packs that they would give, that we would give, or I would give the rest of the students in my class. It was so magical. But so everything there, I wrote it down. And then once I wrote all this down, the next step I did was to budget how much I wanted to spend for this party. And yeah, just putting this party into the financial aspect of things, and just knowing, okay, I don't want to go too crazy, because at the end of the day, I invited 20 people, but 5 people might end up coming. So it's like, if I just go way out, then I'm just gonna end up looking like a fool, because I spent all this money for just 5 people, and I know like I'm not going to eat the food that's left over, or whatever is left over. So I just like got the important things. Even like when it came to things like the balloons, for example, I wanted to get the age balloon, but like I was like, is it really necessary? Like, does my budget cover it? No. And so I also wanted to get things like, even in getting the bowls for the food and everything, I wanted it to be a point where like I could still use it. Like personally, I could still use it after my party, just not get it for the party and then it's just sitting there. So in everything I got, I made sure like I had a budget to it, and I didn't pass that budget. And so my budget for this party was $100 to $150. I just put $150 just in case. Actually, it was $100. My budget was $100 for this party, but I ended up spending $150, and that's why it's like I'm not good with money. But yeah, my budget was $100, but I spent $150. My auntie did give me some money as well, so I just took whatever extra I spent out of the money my auntie gave me, so everything was still okay. I didn't go too crazy. I knew she was gonna give me some money at the end of the day, so I'm like, okay, whatever I overdo, she's just gonna cover up for it basically. And to be fair, anyway, that's story for another day. But yeah, so I worked out the budget and I started picking things out. I went to discounted stores to get stuff, so like Dollarama, I went to Walmart, I went to Looney Tunes. These are the stores that I went to shop for the party decorations, the party is it tools? Hi guys, I don't know if you guys can hear me, but I'm currently in like a party store, a party dollar store, and I feel like I'm in heaven. Like I want to buy the whole place. It's so crazy. But I'm seeing like a lot of stuff that I like and that I want for my party, you guys. It's absolutely insane. I probably should have come here first before going anywhere else. That I will say. But I was able to get my vision board finally. I got my vision board so I can actually like put everything in my head down on like visually put it in front of me, instead of having to like go back to my mind or like think really hard for the things I wanted, because it gets confusing. But so I've sorted that out. I got my vision board finally, and then I also got this sticker balloon thing to put on the wall. But once I get home, I will start working on like I would just start working on like putting everything down into paper, so I have like an idea of what I'm doing, or a better understanding, because it's not easy to like think of how I wanted things to be, because I can visualize it in my mind, but once you put it down you can physically see how everything should be, and it's better that way. So I can't wait to use this vision board. I'm so excited. But yeah, I just wanted to show you guys. I feel like I'm in heaven. These are the stores I went to shop for like party decorations and like generally the stuff that I would use to put the food, drinks, and whatnot. So yeah, I didn't go to places like, and I think that's one thing to take into account, especially when you're working with your budget, is like finding out the places you can get things for less. So the thrift store, Dollarama, Walmart, Looney Tunes are good stores in my city that I went to buy stuff. Because you have to like look at the pricing and just make sure like you're not being ripped off, especially if it's just for like my party was for a couple hours, right? So I don't want to like go over and beyond and end up wasting my money at the end of the day. And so once I went shopping in the stores, I made sure like everything was on budget. I got the things I needed. I didn't like buy things on impulse because I'm also a perfectionist. So I sometimes when I see stuff, I want things to be when I see things, like when I search for ideas and do my research and things like that for how I want the theme to be, I always get distracted and want everything to be perfect. So I'm like, oh yeah, let's buy this, let's do more, you know. And if you watch in my vlogs, the last vlog I dropped, I was saying the table was empty because like I saw so many pictures of people, and when they set up their table, it was so full, it looked so beautiful, which was even what made me sad about not doing my garland. But at the end of the day, it's like, if I wanted to do the garland, I needed at least 100 balloons, and that's a lot of money, and it's only for a couple hours. No one is gonna care about it. So I cared about it, but other people wouldn't really pay attention to the garland, especially because it's like at nighttime. So I was like, yeah, I had to take things like that into consideration. And yeah, so I just, you know, put that in mind. I'm like, okay, do I really need this? Can I use this? Oh, I'm getting a lot of comments on this picture. Can I use this after my party? You know, just being very efficient and being very wise with my spending. And I also had my friend with me to kind of say, okay, let's buy this at this store instead of this store. So for example, the party bags, I originally was searching for them at Michael's because I didn't know they had them at Dollarama or Walmart. So I was searching for them at Michael's, and come to find out when I went to Dollarama, they were the exact same ones for less. So I was like, okay, thank God I went to like a cheaper store to find this kind of thing. And just, yeah, I was just happy about that. So it's about like, when you know you're planning a party like that, just always do your research and find out where to get the cheaper stuff, and just figure out your budget first of all, and then work around that. If you have like a very extravagant budget, then you shouldn't really you shouldn't care where you're shopping really. But if your budget was really, because the party was last minute again, it was something I was planning last minute, and I had school, so I didn't want to like go all out with this party, and people also had their jobs to get back to. So things like that just made me stay grounded in like, okay, I have to have a budget, I have to know how much I'm spending, is it worth it, and things like that. Okay, that's a lot on budget. So yeah, when I figured out all those things and I got, you know, everything I needed, decorations, balloons, and whatnot, the third and final thing I did was to get a vision board, because I find that, like I said before, when I have an idea, I need to write it down. I need to know what is going to happen. And so with my vision board, I got it from a store called Looney Tunes. This is the vision board I got. So it's one that you can just stick things on. Let me be honest with you, I did not use this, but I still wanted to get it though, because I feel like I was envisioning everything in my head, but I feel like I still needed to get this, even like if it's for the future, because I feel like I'm gonna need it. But yeah, I would recommend getting a vision board. And what I did was I took pictures of the location, like the house or the basement space I was gonna use. I took pictures of like each area, and I'm like, okay, where do I want to put the garland, for example? Where do I want to put the table for my stuff? Where do I want to put my cake? Where do I want people to sit? Where are we gonna have the games and everything? And so I recommend you get a vision board for that, especially if like you forget or you're not really good at planning stuff. I suggest you get something you can actually see, and yeah, so that the organizing process would just be easier for you. So that was everything I was thinking about was in my mind. That's why I didn't use this at the end of the day, and it was just so much stress to kind of like print out stuff and pin it, but it was whatever. But yeah, the vision board, and yeah, I just took pictures of the place and was like, okay, this is where I'm gonna put the garland, the balloons will go here, this will go there, and this will go there. And so once I figured that out, everything just started coming together. It was a lot of pressure, honestly, because I'm like, I want people to really have fun, I want things to go well. I was overexcited and anxious at the same time, because yeah, I just wanted people to have fun, and I wanted it to be a very memorable time. I wanted to have fun as well, but I feel like in the time I was thinking about others more than myself, because if other people don't have fun, it wouldn't make me happy. So yeah, that was the third thing I did. So the first thing was to kind of get an idea of what was gonna happen, the party, the theme, the decorations, everything, fix up my invite list, and then the first thing was kind of like get an idea of the party, the people, the theme. Second is my budget, and the third is my vision board. And all these things just helped me come together and plan my perfect 21st sleepover party. It was very amazing. We had fun, and I'm just happy everything came together accordingly. Everything was planned right. Even my friend that was helping me take videos for my vlog, he came on time. Everyone was on time, because if people were not on time, I would have lost my mind. But yeah, everyone was on time. I made sure everything was according to schedule, like come at this time, the cake arrived on time, and it was just amazing. Like the food was enough, snacks were more than enough. And the arrangement, everything was well. We were also able to clean up on time, and it was just perfect. And yeah, that was how I planned my party, and I just wanted to share with you guys the behind the scenes that went into the process. And then one advice I would leave you guys with is, like, if you're planning a party or something just really intimate, I suggest you just like breathe and pray about it, and just do not overthink everything, because at the end of the day, even like the stuff there were some things I got that I just wasted money on. I'm going to confess that. There were a couple of things that I wasted my money getting because I ended up not using it. It was pointless, or it was too much. So for example, some snacks. But then with the snacks, it's not really a bad thing for me, because I'd rather have more snacks than less snacks. So that wasn't even a problem. But like with the things like the games I got, like I wanted to do so many games because I just wasn't sure how the time for the games would be. So I ended up getting too many games. I ended up getting some games that were pointless, but it's all a learning experience, so I don't really regret anything because I can still use the stuff after or just rent it to someone. But that's basically the process that went behind planning my 21st birthday, and I hope you guys enjoyed that. I'm sorry if I was talking too fast. I just wanted to express my joy to you guys, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for the love that you guys have shown me, and I will see you guys in my next video let me not say very soon, actually. I'll see you guys in my next video.
Excel on the beat.